Good afternoon. I know I'm live. Just making sure my other camera is looking in the right direction. Welcome. Good afternoon. Happy Mother's Day. When you come on, say hello. Verify for me that you can hear me okay. I do have my mute button unmuted, so you should hear me okay. I don't know why those are always that way. Nope, I want me. Let's do me and me that way. And then I want to move me to my right. Bear with me while I get all these last minute details out of the way. Okay, we should be good. Pardon my hand there. Yay! Yes, thank you so much, Carol, for letting me know y'all can hear me. Well, welcome everybody. Happy Mother's Day. I seem to have a, let me just do this because it's throwing me off here. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. I want me for the solo layout right now. Well, hello, Jess. All right. I think everything's good. We should be good. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Yes, happy Mother's Day. It's kind of an eventful night. Stayed up late. Slept in. I noticed it's over here. Another gray hair. It's reared its ugly head. A sure sign of motherhood, right? Right? Well, welcome everybody. Today is Sunday, May the 8th. It is 3 p.m. in San Antonio, Texas. Hot, sunny San Antonio, Texas. I am working off of the light from just my lights right here because I have my blinds closed. The rest of the house everything's closed just because we don't want any more of that heat that's out there to come in to the house, and we want to keep it cool. So yesterday, I don't remember what it was. I don't care. I didn't get out till about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night when the sun went down. And even then it was like 96 degrees when I left. And so, yeah, and it was even then it was warm. And so I'm going to have to find something else to be around the house in that's extra comfy, because I think sweats are like, unless it's really cold, I think it's time to hang up the sweats for a little while, the sweatpants. So, but I do want to welcome you, everybody. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. I am live on Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. in order to show you how to use your Stampin' Up! Products for your handmade cards, your handmade projects, home decor items, gift-giving items. That's typically what I use my Sundays for. And also to show you the monthly online ordering specials that I have. And I'll show you that here in just a few seconds. Also, I'm live on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. in order to show you how to use your supplies for scrapbooking. So if you're a scrapbooker or you're interested in learning or just need some creative inspiration, join me then. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me split my screen here. And we got a couple of drawings to do. I do want to, let me make this one where my screen is a little bit bigger. And if you notice, I have grid paper down. Most of the time I don't have grid paper. I just work off my tabletop. But I'm gonna share something, and it's got some color to it. I probably, let me see if I can move it up a little bit so you can see some of that color. And that way I know where to work off of. But it's got a little color on it. And if you don't recognize that color, this is one of the new in colors. And let me show you. In the announcements, I'll show you where I got this from. Okay. But let's see. 113. No way. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. That's crazy. And Kathy Stringe, I think that's how you say your last name. Hello from Minnesota. Hello, welcome. All right, so let's I've got a couple of projects that I want to do today. I do want to do a card. And then I do want to do a little gift giving project, and we're going to be using some of the new sweet products. It's called Sun Prince Sweet, and let's get a couple of drawings out of the way. Okay, for those of you, sorry about the glare there. Let me see if I can get kind of chasing a glare. Let me pull that one back. Maybe that one will help with part of the glare. Okay, so let me pull the 5-6 drawing up. 5-6, this was Friday night. So for those of you that were participated Friday night, I told you I was going to do a drawing. And here it is. For the Etched in Nature. This was one of the stamp sets that I decided not to sell because there's a possibility there might be something wrong with, I think, one of these images. I'm not sure which one it is. I never used it. It's new. And so everybody that joined me Friday night on my BOGO sale, I put your names on a wheel, and everybody's name's on there just once. And I'm going to go ahead and give this away. Okay. I'm going to give it away, and hopefully whoever wins this doesn't have any issues with it. It's technically retired, but I have a feeling it's going to do its job. I really do. And if it doesn't, it's really only going to be, and bear with me here, I've got an itch on my back. Oh, I got a scratch on my back. And I just heard the kittens peeping in there. Oh gosh. Oh, that felt good. Okay. So let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel and see who wins this Etched in Nature stamp set. Let me write it over here. Kate Reynolds. I'm writing it off to the side over here. So congratulations, Kate. And thank you to everybody that did participate in the online BOGO sale. It went great. I know it was long, but I told y'all I had a lot. So yeah. Okay, and now the next one we're going to do is last Sunday. And of course, I got I can't even think what you call these things. commercial. I'm trying to get out of it. There we go. So I can get to my 5-1 drawing. So last week, everybody that joined me, we actually, what did we do last week? We made the cards for the monthly online ordering special. We made all 4 of these cards. This one's a Father's Day. This was using the He's the Man Sweet Collection, or He's All That, whatever it's called. We made 4 different cards. This one was my favorite. Happy birthday to a classic. And then this was the other one. We are going to be giving these cards away right now. And I'm going to go ahead and split them up 2 and 2. That way I've got a couple of winners for this one. And we're going to do, we'll do this wishing you a happy Father's Day and happy birthday to a classic on the first drawing. So if you are new and wondering how do you get on the wheel, when you like, comment, and share my videos, that gets you onto the wheel. And when you share, you actually get an extra entry. So if you see people in the comment section typing shared, that's because they're sharing it either on Facebook or they've shared it from YouTube. And they're coming back into the comments and letting me know so that I can give them the extra credit for their share, because Stampin' Up! Is all that I do. And when you share the video, you're helping to spread the love and the creativity. It helps to show the video to more people. And so in return to that, you get an extra entry onto the wheel. So it's really that simple. And a lot of people win from their shares. Okay. And there's some pretty good competition out there, because several ladies win a lot. And I don't know how. That's why I do my drawings live. So I've got them right here. And I do my drawings live so that y'all can see in real time who won the prizes. So for that first set of cards, let's see who wins that one. Pull it down a little bit. Joanne Rinker. Congratulations, Joanne. I'm pretty sure I have your mailing address. If I don't, I'll reach out to you. They do come with envelopes as well. So I just want you to know they do come with envelopes. And then the other 2 that we're going to give away is this one that says Together for the Long Haul. And then this other one is the one that says Holy Smokes, You're Amazing. And we're just going to respin. Who is it? See, I told you people win from their shares. Donna Hall. Not sure if she's watching right now, but I know she comes on or she watches the replay. So congratulations, Donna. You have a couple of cards coming your way. And then let me put this aside and put this one aside. And I want to share with you some happy mail that I got. Who was this from? This one came from Carol Jefferson. Carol sent me just a little cute thank you card with this huge, what do they call these little tail? I forgot what the butterfly name is. The ones that have those little tails, those real long little tails off to the side. But yes, there was a nice little note on the inside, but there was also this cute little card that has hashtag tell her. And I want to read this to you because I thought it was really, really cute. It says, see if I can pull that up there, if y'all can see that. You are allowed to evolve into what is good for you, what serves you, and what your heart wants. And I thought that was a really cute little message, and it made me smile. And if you're interested, I guess in these cards, On the back, it says, "We build each other up when we tell her." So I thought that was really, really nice to, uh, share a smile and share a little message with somebody. And I guess there's a whole uh, project about this. This is what it looks like. It says, "Share your moment on social media with hashtag tell her at fellowfollowers.com at tell her project." So that was kind of nice. That was a nice little surprise there. So that was Happy Mail for this past week. All right. What are we going to be doing? We are going to be working with, well, let me get a couple of announcements out of the way and catch up on some comments. Hey, Jackie, sparrow tail. That's what I knew, it was some kind of a tail. Thank you, Jess, for sharing that. Yeah, that one's a big butterfly. So thank you for sharing. Hi, Teresa. And Carol Lee. She says, fellow followers, fellow flowers. Did it say flowers in there? It probably did, and maybe I said followers. So, well, if you're interested in checking that out, go check that out. All right, so let's get some announcements out of the way, and hopefully we can get through these pretty quickly. Don't forget, we have a couple of days left for the In Color, the next Paper Pumpkin In Color kit. And I'm looking for my paper here. But there's going to be 200. So if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, there's going to be 200 golden vouchers out there that are going to be up for grabs. So, oh my goodness. I'm rooting for my Paper Pumpkin subscribers and hoping that they get one of those. And if you watch me and you do end up getting one of those golden vouchers are worth $25 in Stampin' Up! Products. So, and 200 lucky people are going to get those. So in my video description, you'll see a link to join my Paper Pumpkin group. On top of the amazing deal that you get through Paper Pumpkin every single month, I also give my subscribers free cut cardstock that coordinates with each particular kit. So that's one of the benefits of being my subscriber. Next month's kit, I believe it makes some cards and some gift card holders. I can't find my little sheet right now to list off everything, but definitely you want to be able to get in and then also, get your name in the bucket there, and hopefully you'll grab one of those golden vouchers that's up for grabs. The other promotion that we have going on through the end of this month is our, let me get that comment off so we can see everything I'm trying to show. Oh, good afternoon, Cindy from Virginia. Thank you for sharing. We have an In Color starter kit collection that is a starter kit special. I didn't mean collection. Looking for my paper. I thought I had my little pack of paper here, but basically, in addition to the starter kit, the great starter kit special that we always have, you can choose $125 of whatever you want in any of our current catalogs that we have. We have an annual catalog that just went into effect as far as being able to order from. And then we still have our January to June mini catalog. But on top of the $125, the free Paper Pumpkin kit, the free shipping, they're going to throw in your kit a full set of the new In Colors. So you've got I'm not going to show you because I'm showing you on the screen. I've got my actual ones in front of me. But you're going to get a full size stamp pad of each of those in colors. You're also going to receive a package of the new in color cardstock. So it's a package, I believe, of 20 sheets. And there's 5 colors, so there's like 4 sheets of each color. So you get a nice sampling of each color. They're also going to throw in the 6x6 package of the new in color designer series paper. And then you're also going to get the grid paper. I've got my whole package right here, and I know you can't see. I mean, it's a pretty big thing because it's the grid paper, but it's the grid paper in every in color. Okay, whether it is sweet sorbet, let me put that back. Sweet sorbet, parakeet party, which is the one that I have on my screen today, Orchid Oasis, Tahitian Tide, and Starry Sky. So I want to say it is well over the value of what you're getting. And then don't forget, they always throw in a free past paper pumpkin kit into your kit as well. So as demonstrators, we get so many perks. We get to see catalogs early. We get a 20% discount. You can earn more. You can get a 25% discount. You can get access to the catalog. We got access to this catalog last month. We were able to pre-order from the catalog. It was fabulous. You can pre-order. You get also for celebrations coming up. We got our holiday catalog coming up, and so we're already getting ready for the holiday catalog. So when those get released, we'll get to pre-order some things from there, as well as get to play with things a whole month before it is released to the public. So definitely some benefits. Hello, Joanne. Welcome. So I think that's all the announcements I wanted to get out of the way. I will make some as I go through my demonstration. And let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to show you what we're going to be working with today. And that kind of leads me into one of my, I don't want to bring my thing up a little too much because I'm afraid it might go out on me, but try to bring that in here. But if you have your annual catalogs, on page 90 and 91, you're going to see the Sun Prints collection. This collection actually is the make and takes for the retreat that I have next month. There's still some spaces. The final registration date is May the 20th. So if you're looking to attend a weekend retreat with me next month from June 9th through the 12th, it'll be in the Texas Hill Country at Mountain Laurel Retreat. If you can't attend, you can take this to go. That was one of my announcements I was going to talk about, so I'll just talk about it now. But the retreat to go, the make and takes is with Sun Prints, and you can do pretty much any combination of the retreat that you want. Okay, the retreat to go is $104, and that includes shipping. You're going to get 8 make and takes. There'll be a prize patrol prize in there for you. You'll get a goodie bag that's worth $50 of Stampin' Up! Products. And when I say goodie bag, it actually includes a bag. We're going to do a bag. Well, I do bags. And that includes shipping. If you're local to me in the San Antonio, Texas area, you can certainly save shipping and stop by and pick it up. That is with make and takes. You'll get the tutorials. There'll be a blog that you'll get access to that'll have all of the tutorials with measurements and things like that, so that you know how to assemble your make and takes. And then there's 2 add-on classes. Each add-on class is $45. The first add-on class is using the He's the Man suite, which is the monthly online ordering special. I've done a couple of videos on that. And actually the next layout is going to be using He's the Man as well, because I want to take advantage of that sheet of die cuts that's in with that designer series paper. But with that one, you'll be making 4 cards. There'll be a treat bag, a treat box, and a bonus scrapbook page. It's going to include over $35 in merchandise, including He's the Man designer series paper, the rustic adhesive back dots, and more. Okay, so that's add-on class number 1. And then add-on class number 2 is using the Lovely in Linen. And in your catalogs, it's on page 24 and 25. So that's the Lovely in Linen. And in that one, I did this one up a little differently. The cost is also $45, but you'll make 12 cards. There'll be 3 designs, so you'll make 4 of each. It's basically a Stamp-A-Stack class. And then you'll also have a bonus scrapbook page, and that one also includes over $35 in merchandise, including the Sun Prince designer series paper and lots more. So in the event description, there's a link to the retreat information. Go check it out. There's a lot more on there that I did not talk about as far as more details. So if you're interested in taking it to go, you can take it to go and add on one of the add-on classes or both of the add-on classes or just the retreat. Or if you want to just take one of the add-on classes, it is entirely up to you. There is a survey link that's in there that you fill out so that I know how to invoice you and I know exactly what you want. And then you also have the opportunity with the make and takes and the add-on classes to add on any of the bundles that I used for those. And when you do that, you get them at my cost. I order them at my cost. So you save on tax and shipping so that you don't have to order them from Stampin' Up! And have to pay shipping and tax and all that. And when you do that, all of that information and all of those products will be in your goodie bag when you get your goodie bag. Now with the make and takes and you get the goodie bag, the actual bag. Most of the time they're personalized. And on the add-on classes, you don't. So I just want to clarify that just so that you know that. But today, we are going to be making 2 projects using the Sun Prince. And I was so glad to finally be able to open this package of paper and start playing with it. And I think y'all are going to like it. I have... need to scratch my back again. I have decided that I am going to, in the very first project for today, oh, don't you love back scratchers? Sorry, guys. Oh, but in today's project, I set that down there. One of the ones we're going to be doing is this card. We're going to be casing this card right here. And I did have one little modification. And I'll show you that when I get there. But basically, this is the Sun Prince collection. You have, let me show you this paper, you guys. Oh my goodness. Check out this paper. I'm going to show you one side and then I'll flip it. That way the whole screen gets covered in the paper. This is one of the sheets of designer series paper. It's a 12 by 12 pack. And then the opposite side has gray granite and basic white. Very pretty. All of these blue colors between starry sky and night and navy, those mesh really well with that gray granite. And then you have a sheet of gray granite that has some fern images on it. And I'm going to tell you a funny story about that when I get to making the card. And then the other part of the other side is basically just a bunch of speckles of night and navy and starry sky on basic white. And then here's another sheet. Look at that. I can't tell what they are, but they're gorgeous. And then the flip side to that is it's a sheet of gray granite. let that catch up there. It's a sheet of gray granite, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but it has print on it, very light print. It's very pretty, very pretty. That's a really pretty accent piece. And then this one is stripes. And depending on which way you look at it, they'll either be going vertical or horizontal. And then the other side is this designer series paper. This next one was my favorite one out of all of them. And it's this one right here. Let me see if I can turn it. There you go. Look at that. You can almost just frame that if you wanted to frame it. It's gorgeous. This piece right here would be perfect for a scrapbook page. Perfect, because you've got this built-in image that's pretty much most of the page. It's like half of the page already in it. And then the flip side to that is a very kind of skyish kind of thing happening here. It's very pretty. And then the last sheet has all of these fern images on it. Very, very pretty. You have to see this paper in person. And then the other flip side has these little images on it with the gray granite and basic white. So that's the designer series paper we're going to be working with today. The Sun Prints collection is $76.75. It comes with the full package of this designer series paper. It also comes with the Nature's Prints bundle, which includes this stamp set right here, Nature's Prints, but also has all of these coordinating dies that go with it. And then there's also a 3D fern embossing folder that we're going to be using today. So I'm using everything from the suite. Like I said, it's $76.75. And don't forget, we have that kit special. So you get to choose what you want to put in your kit. So if you want to put the Sun Prints collection and get everything that I just showed you, go for it. And that's only $76.75. You can choose up to $125 in whatever you want. And you still have plenty of room left to add more. So we're going to get started on our first project, which I have it over here. It's the card. It's the card I told you from the catalog that I was going to case. And I have a very funny story to tell you. And I'm going to tell you that while we assemble this card, okay? So let me get all my little pieces out. I've already pre-done everything except for the embossing, because we're going to be doing some embossing. And hopefully that'll catch up. I think I moved too quick on my other one. Well, hi, Corin. Jackie, that's your favorite too? Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Corin. Okay, so what do we have? We have, and I'll go ahead and give you measurements. I don't remember if I put them on the tutorial, the supply list, basically. So I'm going to add a supply list to the video after we're done, okay? And let me move all these little pieces off to the side. This card is gorgeous, but there is a little bit of a technique that I have to show you. We have, let's see. Y'all remember the limited edition stamp set that I showed last week that had all of the copyright images? We're going to do, let's see. Let's do this one. I'm not going to mount my sticker is basically what I'm trying to say. I had to think about what that was. My sticker. just going to kind of put it on one of my little paper pumpkin blocks here. But we're going to stamp the back of these cards with this one that says handcrafted from the heart. It's the one up here in the top left-hand corner with the little copyright with Stampin' Up. I think this was a $17 or $18 stamp. So if you're looking for a stamp set, this is the new one in the new annual catalog that you can stamp the back of your cards when you when you stamp, it's been handmade. I also have a personalized stamp back way back when they used to sell the personalized stamps. But I want to be able to also show you guys the new one that you can get. Okay, so this is a basic, this is a gray granite base. Okay, I do need to put a piece of white on the inside. But what I'm going to do for now is, I think I'll stamp this in Starry Sky, since this happens to be the one that's right in front of me. But we're going to stamp the back of the card. I think this is straight enough. There we go. That gives me an idea of how I need to do that. And I'm going to leave Starry Sky up. Okay. So what I have now is I have this sheet of designer series paper. This is the one that had the kind of like the sprinkles on it, but I'm going to use this side that has gray granite. And this piece is going to cover the entire front of the card. So this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 sheet of designer series paper. Let me move this down a little bit so y'all can see there. Now, the funny part of this, let's see a comment here. Jackie says, I hope you make a scrapbook layout with that DSP. Jackie, I can tell you already, I am. I got to do He's the Man first. So we're going to do He's the Man so that we can get a scrapbook page layout in there before Father's Day. Because, Father's Day's coming up next month, ladies. So if you need to put together a scrapbook page layout, we can do one of those. And then after this is definitely going to be the sun prints. I've got to design one anyway for the retreat. And so at least one page for the retreat. So yes, I will be doing one. So y'all stay tuned, okay? All right, this is my funny story. With this designer series paper, you do have to pay attention to the way you put it down, okay? This is my funny story. Look at this. My card, if I can grab it, my card's going to open. My card's going to open the opposite way. I hope this catches up with me here. There we go. I'm looking at my computer screen, so there's kind of a delay over here. My card opens the wrong way because when I had my card the right way, I put my designer series paper on upside down. When I looked at it, and that was, of course, after I put the glue on. Everything always happens after you put the glue. And now you can see my card is upside down and everything's upside down because I did it backwards. I didn't want to tear it and mess it up. I thought, I'm just going to be showing you guys the front of the card. So my card opens kind of like not the right way, because I've wanted to make sure that my ferns, these images, were upright. So when you're doing this and using this, there is a up or down way for this designer series paper. Okay. And so you can see from here, the ferns are going this way, but when I went to go put it on, everything was upside down. Now, to the naked eye, you probably wouldn't have caught that, but I want to let you know, there's a little trick with this DSP here but we're going to get some adhesive on the back. I'm just going to use glue so it'll help me to get this into place. And let me make sure it is going up, right side up, because this is going to be somebody's prize next week. And let me go back here so we can get into camera view. And then we are going to put this on the front of the card. Get that lined up so it covers every part of the front of the card. Okay. So there we have it, right side up. And then let me set that off to the side because we've got a piece of this designer series paper. And one of the other things that I had to add into the mixture here is there is a new set of dies. It is called the deckled rectangular dies. If I read that correctly from the distance here. Yes, deckled rectangular dies. It is a whole set of dies. Now don't forget, I'll include the supply list in the video afterwards. Hi, babe. It's not my honey, babe. It's a lady by the name of Babe. Thank you for joining me Friday night, babe. But it is a new set of dies, and you can see there's several. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 rectangular dies, and what's neat about it, if you can see it, it kind of has a the edge of it when it die cuts it, it makes it look like it's torn, but it's like a really cute even tear, not like when you just automatically tear it with your hands. So those are the deckled rectangular dies, and that's what I did with this piece. Trying to figure out why it's not catching up with me here. There we go. That was kind of frozen there for a while. But with this designer series paper, you can barely see it, but it does have that that kind of rough little edge to it that kind of makes it gives a little refine to it. So it's not just straight. It's not just a straight cut. But with this one, what they did in the card in order to get that ombre effect is I'm going to use Starry Sky. You could probably do it with Night and Navy as well if you wanted to, but we are going to just dip our blending brush into the Starry Sky stamp pad. And we're going to start off, let me get a good grip on this. We're going to start at the bottom. We start off the page, that way you don't get a big blob. And then I am going up on this sheet of designer series paper. And then I'm letting off the pressure as I go up. So I'm kind of flicking my brush up so that it kind of just, goes from dark to light. And then if you've got some hard edges in there, just kind of blend them out. Okay. And that was it. That was it with that. So let me close up my Starry Sky and put that brush away. And then we're going to put this directly down on our card. So let me get some adhesive on the back. So this piece goes down first. I could have brushed that out a little bit better. Here, hold on. I don't like that. Oh, don't stick. Had some hard lines there. I wanted to kind of help brush those out. We're going to, let me get down here. I'm working kind of, there we go. We're going to put that in the middle of our card. Okay, and then we also have, bear with me, hold on. Okay, that looked a little rough, but I'm going to leave it alone because most of this gets covered up. Okay, so in those die cuts, you're going to find that we have this particular die cut. Babe wants to know what DSP is that. Babe, that is the new Sun Prince Designer Series paper. And I just saw something that I forgot to show y'all a while ago. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to get some glue dots. And of course, there's many ways to put this down. Let me just use glue. Let me just use glue instead of glue dots. No, I probably should use glue dots. I don't want it to get messy with the glue. So let me get some glue dots on a few of these pieces on the back. This makes a really pretty circular die cut. And then let me put one over, I'll put one over here just to help hold it down. I'm only using 3. But I am going to put this in the center. Okay, that's down. And then I also did one in cardstock vellum. So one of the, we get recipes for the cards that they do in our catalog. So we have an idea. They don't always tell us everything. So looking at the recipe, put one over here. There we go. Okay, let me bring the card back down. They don't always give us all the details, so for the most part, but you can figure it out. But they do tell you kind of everything that goes in it. We are going to overlay. It's not directly in line with the white one, but this cardstock vellum kind of lays right on top. Okay, so you've got your basic white die cut and then the vellum die cut on the top of that. And then we also have, I went ahead and stamped and die cut. Sorry if there's a delay on the computer there. Y'all probably don't see that. It's probably just on my end. But we're going to put this stamped and die cut fern piece right here. And I just put glue. That was stamped in gray granite, by the way. And then I also went ahead and stamped and die cut this little floral image. And this one was stamped in crushed curry. All of these supplies will be listed on the supply list. I'm just pointing out the colors as I'm putting it together. And we're going to put this one kind of right here off to the side. I'm going to give it a little pressure. I used this die cut, and I did 2 of them. So I'm going to put these down with some glue dots. I might have to put a 3rd one out, but let me get this one down. Make sure y'all can still see that. And we're going to put one of them coming out like that. I probably will put a little piece of glue on the back just to help hold that down. And then the other piece, we're going to put it going out that way. Okay. Now, we're going to have to take a little break. In fact, this is what I was talking about. Let me put a little bit of glue on this tip right here so that it stays down. You could use a glue dot if you wanted to. And I'm going to do the same thing on the back of this other one up here. Go. And then I'm going to put a little pressure on that. That way it connects to that cardstock and that vellum. Okay, so let me close this up, and then we're going to take a small little break in order to do some embossing. We're going to emboss the sentiment on here. Okay, so I have my little piece of Nida Navy cardstock. We're going to do this on Nida Navy, and this is my old embossing buddy that you just rub over the paper to take the static off. You can also get that same effect by just putting a dryer sheet, rubbing a dryer sheet over that. Okay, so to do this, you do need Versamark. So I have a Versamark, and then I have, let me get my stamp, the right one. This one says, "You're on my mind." Okay, so we're gonna ink that up with Versamark. Versamark is just a clear, sticky stuff. And what it does is it helps, let me make sure this is on here straight. When you stamp it, it stamps clear because it's wet. Okay, oops. And so from this point, I got to work a little faster than this. Let me bring this little sheet under here. And then I'm going to pour some white embossing powder over that while it's still wet. This is how you do your embossing with the embossing powder and Versamark and your heat tool gun. I'm just kind of going around. I'm going to tap that excess stuff off. And if you notice, the outside of my stamp had a little bit on there. So that's where my little brushes come into place, because I do not want, just got to be careful you don't accidentally touch your, and it looks like I need to trim this, but I'm going to trim it when I'm done. So those little brushes come in handy just to get the little specks off that might have stuck somewhere else where you don't want it to stick. Okay, now don't touch that when you're embossing. Don't touch that. That is still dry embossing powder, and if you touch it, you'll mess it up and you'll just have to start over. Okay, but before, let me get this embossing powder off the side here. And I'm going to use, I had one right here. I'm going to use a, what are these, clothespins? Yeah, I'm going to use a clothespin. And I'm going to break out our little heat tool gun. Oops, that just fell. And I'm glad that wasn't a lot of embossing powder, sorry. So when I start to heat this up, you're going to see the sentiment get brighter because that embossing powder is melting into the Versamark. And it may get a little loud here, but I'm going to show you. Once this heats up, takes a few moments for it to heat up, but once it starts to heat up, I can see it get shiny on my end. You're going to see it getting brighter, and then you can just follow along, and you'll be able to see really quickly if all of it has been embossed. Oops, sorry about that. Didn't mean for that to happen there. Okay. And then now it is completely touchable. It's a little warm because it was just heated up. You don't want to get that heat gun too close to your paper because it will burn. And I want to trim this up a little bit. So let me break this out and just trim this up a little bit. It looks a little crooked on my side. It might not be, but it looks that way. A small piece. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and so now what we're going to do, in the picture in the catalog, it uses the gray granite shimmer ribbon. And I went to go look for mine and realized I didn't have any. So I decided to use the new This is new. It's silver, and it is called Metallic Edge Cotton Ribbon. This is really pretty, you guys. Really pretty. The inside is like cotton. See if I can bring that up so y'all can see it. And then the outer edge is like a metallic silver. So it makes a real easy bow. It really does. What I'm going to do is recreate the ribbon that's coming out of the sides there. Okay. So let me get I'm going to put adhesive on the back, kind of just along the back there. And then I'm going to cut a couple of pieces. And if I can fold this correctly, this is a great way to use up your scraps. Nobody's going to know what the back looks like unless you tell them. There we go. And then I've got 2 more because only a little bit shows. Go. And then another little piece for the opposite side there. And then we're going to put a dimensional, we're going to put 2 of them on the back. Right there. Okay, so that's what your back looks like. You let that camera catch up so I can see, make sure I don't get ahead. Well, hey, Sherry. Okay, so there you go. That's what your back will look like. It's a little on the rough side, but sometimes it's got to look rough before it looks pretty, right? And then when we flip it over, what you see is the ribbon, the smooth edges. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put that right here. Okay. And then some pearl basic jewels. I'm going to get one of the big ones here. And we're going to put that one in the center of this flower, just to kind of finalize that card right there. But what do you think? That was my version, my cased version of the one that's on what, page 90? Did I say page 90? Let me bring this up a little bit so that you can see this a little better. I will put a piece of white cardstock on the front. And then, of course, the back is with that new limited edition stamp set that says handcrafted from the heart and the copyright stamp for Stampin' Up. So, yeah, thank you, Jackie. Lots of detail to it, but, you know, once you have all your pieces cut, assembling it is, you know, goes pretty quick. So this one is You're on My Mind. So let me get that one out of the way. And now, Bino's in the window over here beside me, and he's doing that like that what the cats do when they're like they see a bird. Because there's a fence on this side, and the bird and a huge crepe myrtle on over here, and the birds hang out right here on the fence. So he sees a bird, and he's just like, you know. That probably sounded like a chicken, or a rooster, but if y'all hear that noise, that's Bino right here. He sees something. All right. Now, one of the other new products that we have in our catalog are these embossed treat bags. It's a package of 10 bags that are vertically striped. There's vertical stripe embossing happening on here. I wanted to decorate one of those just to show you how you can use these products in order to do some gift giving. And everybody always needs bags, and if you have somebody really, really special that you're going to give something to, this is a really good size bag. This bag measures, let's see, going across, it measures 4 3/4 inches. It is roughly like 6 1/4 inches, 6.5 inches tall. And it is gusseted, and it is 1.5 inches deep, I guess you can say. Okay, so it'll fit a pretty good size little gift in there. I'm going to leave that bow on there, but I'm going to show you how I made this gift bag. Okay, so let me set this off to the side. Get my supplies for this one. Everything's already cut. The only thing I'm going to be doing is stamping the sentiment. And the bags come flat. So when I do this first part, I'm going to leave it flat. And then when I go to put the bow on, then I'll open the bag. Okay. But I want to show you how I got the little flecks there. We're going to be stamping in gray granite. And if you want these to be, if you're doing this and you want it to be lighter, you can definitely stamp off. Okay. I thought it looked fine, full strength. So I'm going to go ahead and do it full strength. So I've got my gray granite. One of the stamps in the Nature's Prints bundle is this splotch right here. That's one stamp set. Okay. And all I did is I'm going to ink it up, and I'm just going to randomly go around the edge. You can mix it up. That way it doesn't look like it's, one right after the other. Okay, and then don't forget the tops. And then there we go. That's it. And then let me close this up. And then I have another piece of this designer series paper. This one was really, really pretty. The other side has the gray granite and basic white images, but we're going to use this one on the front. Okay. And we're going to put this one directly down on the front. I did use the speckled rectangle die, so you can kind of see that rough edging that makes it look like it's a little torn, and it's like that all the way around. It's very, very pretty. We're going to put that right here in the middle. So that's why when I stamped on the bag, I only stamped around the edges, because this piece right here is going to get covered up. Okay, so that fits perfectly on there, because there's lots of... Did y'all hear that? That was Beano. Did you see the birdie bean? You better get it. Get the birdie bean. Okay, and then I also did another cut. This is a smaller cut, but I embossed this. This is the cardstock vellum, and cardstock vellum in any embossing looks great, okay? But this one I did use the fern one. We're going to get some adhesive on this side. I'm going to put it on this side and a little on the bottom and a little bit right there, just a little bit. It will show through in some places, but for the most part, the pieces that I put it gets covered up. Like that doesn't show up almost at all. I think I did it on this corner. I put a glue dot on my sample and it showed through a little bit. So that's why I put a little pearl over it just to kind of cover it up on there. But that's the next layer we got going. And then I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back of, I've got 2 of these. One of them was stamped in full strength gray granite, and then hopefully you can see the other one. And the other one was stamped off. So I have 2 of these images, and I'm going to put one of them right there. And then the other one, I'm going to pop up with a dimensional, and we're going to put that one right here. So we're going to start adding some dimension to that. I also stamped one of these images from the Nature's Prints stamp set. It's this large one right here on the bottom left. I stamped this one in Starry Sky, which is one of our new in colors. Now, the designer series paper has Night and Navy in it, but all of the colors coordinate really, really well. And so I wanted to go ahead and showcase that one too. So we're going to put some dimensionals. We get one more. Put one right there. We'll put some dimensionals on the back of this. And then we're going to put this one kind of right here. There we go. Pretty. Putting it together. And then I have 3 of these smaller die cuts. The good thing is there's actually 3 of these dies in the die set. So I only had to go through once, not 3 times through the die cut machine. So, but I did these in the silver foil paper that we have. And I'm going to put a glue dot. It's Beano. You're so funny, Bean. And then I'm going to slide these in to these little spots, kind of here and there. Don't let them get away, Bean. I think cats are funny when they have when their eye on something and they make noises. And then this one is going to slide in kind of back there, so it hangs out there. And then the last one, can y'all hear that? Man, this cat is really like wanting that bird. And then this one, I'm going to sneak into there. That way there's some kind of overlaying. And then I did break out the heart punch pack. And in the heart punch pack, I just used this cat. Bean, you're not going to get him, dude. You're inside. It's okay. It's okay. I punched out one of the hearts, the scalloped heart. I didn't do the even one. I just did the scallop one. You know, our heart punch pack comes with 2 in the pack. One has a scalloped edge to it. And hold on. Okay, one has a scalloped edge to it and one is even. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back corner of that, because I'm going to snip a little bit of that cotton silver ribbon, just another small piece. We're going to put this on the back right there, just so you got a little bit of piece. Let me make sure I get that on the adhesive. You want to make sure both pieces are on the adhesive. There we go. That way you've got a little bitty piece that's kind of peeking out to the side of that. We're going to put a dimensional in the back, right there in the middle. We're going to put this down in this bottom right-hand corner, just right there. And then I have the die cut. I have a die cut that comes with that die set. We're going to stamp a heartfelt thank you. We're going to stamp that in there, and I'm actually going to stamp that in, I'm going to do that one in Night of Navy. Yeah, I did that one in Night of Navy. So let me ink a heartfelt thank you up. And then let me see if I can get this right over. Ta-da! Perfect. Let me close up that Night of Navy because that's all we're doing on that one. And then we're going to get a little adhesive on the back. And then we're going to put this over the heart. I love to layer things. Can y'all tell? Let's stick down there. And then we're going to make a bow. Let's make a bow. So you can pull it down. There we go. I'm going to trim my tails. Save those scraps, y'all. Use your scraps. And then let me get a glue dot. Let me get a glue dot on the back of that. And we're going to put that one right here at the corner or at the bottom of the base of where these flowers kind of come together. And then I'm going to put some basic jewels on. Let's get a big one on here. Put big ones, medium-sized ones. I'm going to go ahead and put one right there. Use all sizes everywhere. Okay, put one even at the bottom right there. And I want to put another little small one over here on this side. Right there. If you wanted to, which I think I will, because it's deserving, I'm going to break out the Wink of Stella. Let's break out some Wink of Stella. And let's brush some glitter. That's all our Wink of Stella is glitter in a brush. And I'm going to put a little bit of shine to these little flowers. Well, they're not little, but this particular image. And only this one. I didn't do it on mine, but I'm going to do it on this demo one because this is going to be somebody's prize next week. There we go. That gives it, oh, that's so much pretty. I think I might go back and add it on mine. That was really pretty. And then let me see. Oh, yes, I think we have some room back here. I think it's flat enough for me to stamp. It's not going to be there, so I think I'm going to try to do it down here. But that's kind of a long stamp. So let me find something else. Let's see. What else can we use that's small? Let me use that one just for you. No. What do y'all think? Hand stamp, limited edition. It needs to be something small that will go right here and be flat. Okay, let me do this. I think the Made with Love will go fine. Let me put that on a block. I think this one will work fine. And I'm going to stamp it in Starry Sky. Oh, it's making me nervous, y'all. Giving a little pressure. Oh my goodness, it worked. It worked. Perfect. Oh, the bottom says Made with Love. And I just dipped my finger in this ink pad. So let me get... I probably should have gotten a baby wipe. But I think I got most of it off. So yay, it's stamped. Okay. Now it's not completely flat. So you just have to like make sure you don't have ink around the edge of your image, so that when you give it a little pressure, it doesn't get any imprints. So, but it worked. That one worked right in the middle. That way the bottom of it says Made with Love. Nobody's ever going to see that. And then the only other thing that's left is, and I need to measure, I actually used, let me get my bigger ruler out. I want to say I used 24 inches of this ribbon. In fact, I think I'm almost certain I used 24 inches of this ribbon in order to do a double bow at the top. And let me go ahead and open up the bag. I'm going to flatten the bag whenever we go to, whenever I go to mail it. Because like I said, remember, it's going to be somebody's prize. There we go. So now it's open. You can see it fits a pretty good, it'll fit a pretty good size gift in there, even with tissue paper. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this 24-inch strip. I use 24 inches because I'm going to do a double bow at the top. Okay. So we're going to pretend like I put my gift in there in tissue paper. And then I'm just going to bring it up. I'm not sure how much of that y'all can see. So I can get that in there. There we go. Now I want to bring my bow kind of right here at the top in the middle. There we go. Top, middle. So I'm going to do one bow. There we go. If you need to trim, not trim your tails, but kind of pull. If you're satisfied with the bow, you can either pull your tails a little bit more to make your bow smaller, your bows there. And then you have this extra. Now, completely optional. You can use, you can leave this extra if you don't want to make a double bow. You can just make a single bow at the top to close it up and leave these pieces trailing down, or trim them if you want to trim them up a little bit. I decided I was going to make a double bow. So I'm just going to take, because it's long enough, and there'll still be enough tails to the bow. Get that there. And if you need to trim anything, you can trim it, and of course make your bows smaller, tighten them up. If you want to take it from the front, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Making a mess out of this because y'all can't see. I'm trying to do it in the camera. Oh, that was my finger that just popped. Which is why I ended up taking it and moving it to the top, just so it would kind of sit on the top. That's not sitting right. I'm going to have to redo that one. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like that bow. So we're gonna redo that one. Can get tricky when you have, well, it won't stay in place now. Fighting with this bow. This bow is going to get the better day of me here. All right, that is just one huge mess right now. So we're just going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. And let me just kind of show it at this angle here. You can tell my first bow looks a lot better. So I may end up giving away mine here, but I will make sure they go flat. But there you have it. Let me show my good one. There is that treat box. It's an embossed treat box. Let me see. It says they're food safe. So that's nice to know. It's food safe. The inside, it doesn't look like it has that glossy stuff like that wax on the inside, but it says it's food safe. So if you have something that might bleed through, like cookies or something, I would probably definitely put it in maybe one of those gusseted bags, those clear gusseted bags, if you have one of those, so that it doesn't come through on the outside of your project. So let me see if I can take that up a little more so you can see both. Let me do this. Let me cover that one up because I don't want all that to show up there. Oh, well, let's just do it that way. What do y'all think? Let me look at some comments. Let's look at some comments. Stella loves the treat bag. And I forgot, the whole time I've been doing this, I forgot this. I forgot to be showing this banner the whole time. But the description, all of this will be in the description. So it's okay if you didn't get to see this during it. Basically, it's just commenting about my online store. And when you use that host code, that's when you'll get a free kit in the mail using that He's the Man, those cards, those 4 cards that I showed you at the beginning. All it takes is an online order of at least $25. If you have an order of $50 or more, you're going to get a free package of the rustic metallic dots to go with that, since it coordinates with it so well. Babe says it's lovely. Donna Hall loves it. Joanne says it's very pretty. Margaret loves the paper. Who hasn't seen the paper in person? Like literally, who has not seen the paper? This paper, I'm telling y'all, it is gorgeous. They did a fabulous job with all of the images, the blues and the gray granite mesh perfectly, as you can tell, even with adding in Night and Navy as part of that, and then throwing in some vellum, and then adding a layer of embossed vellum on the cardstock. Little things, your pearls, the ribbon, everything is gorgeous. What they used in the catalog was the gray granite shimmer ribbon on the card. And I didn't have any of that. I know I have scraps somewhere, but I could not find it because this room's a mess right now with all of that retired stuff pulled out. And so I thought, well, you know what? That new ribbon has some silver on the edge of it. So that would be great. And so I used that instead. And the tone of it doesn't look white. It looks like it's more on the very vanilla-ish side, but it's not a huge difference. And it still looks really, really good in person. So whoever, next week, I think I'll do 2 drawings, one for the card and one for the bag. So somebody's actually going to win this bag. That's my weekly prizes on Sunday. So it's usually whatever I make. Those are going to be the prizes. And then on my Wednesday scrapbooking ones, I have different prizes for that. Those are actual product prizes. So there you have it. But you guys, I wanted to show you guys something really, really quick before I get off. We have branded merchandise, and this branded merchandise is also available to customers out there as well. Normally logoed products aren't, but they've made available some hi Tommy. Carol hasn't seen that paper in person. It's gorgeous, I'm telling you. But I decided to buy one of the new tumblers that's available in all 5 of the new in colors. And you would have thought, because I have my nails painted, teal, and that I would have gotten Tahitian Tide. But I decided to get my new tumbler in Orchid Oasis. This is so pretty. And it's a regular size tumbler. I didn't look to see what the ounces in it, but I got mine in Orchid Oasis. So it's kind of like an ombre. So each one of them, whether it's Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, and Starry Sky, they all have this ombre, and it's a metallic. You can see that metallic in there. Which one do you have, Stella? Do you have one, Stella? When I was watching the team meeting last night, it reminded me to get mine out so that I could show it to you guys. But these are available to customers. Don't ask me how much it was. I didn't write that down. But what I'll do is I'll see if it'll let me add it in with the supply list. I think it will. I honestly think it will, but I can't guarantee it. If not, I can still put the information in the comment section where all the other information is. And then the only other thing, I lie. There's a lot of stuff I want to show you guys. I almost want to do a whole video just to show you everything that I got. It was just very exciting. But we got, I'm going to see if I can show this on the camera. I might not be able to. There's also a poster, and I've got the perfect place for the poster, and it's going to be back here on this wall right behind me so that every live you can see it. But there is a huge poster. That's a regular size poster. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm going to try to get it where you can see it. I'm getting camera there. There we go. It has the Abigail Rose, the sweet Abigail Rose. It's got the floral print on the back. You can't see it, but it's there. But it says, "Love what you do, share what you love." And that's what we do. I want to put that poster right there so that so by the time, but I want to get it framed because it deserves, it's worthy to be framed. It has to be framed. That way it really stands out. But yes, I got my box of everything I ordered the other day, and just I'm in love. Anytime a new catalog comes out and new products and new colors, I fall in love. I spend way too much money, but it is so worth it because that allows me to be able to share with you guys projects and cards and scrapbook pages with these products, so that gives you some inspiration to use them. Even though we hate cutting up that designer series paper, it's pretty both sides. This gives you an opportunity to see our products in action. And so I enjoy it. I enjoy spending my Sunday afternoons with you, my Wednesday mornings with you. And yeah, and I know this is kind of a long live. I didn't anticipate it to be that long, but it was. But you have the Tahitian Tide, and then Shannon, you get. Did you get one, Shannon? They're all so pretty, you guys. I'll see if I can get all of them in the supply list. Like I said, I didn't put them in there, but I wasn't looking to see if I could put them in there. If not, I'll make sure that you can get the link to all the other, because there's other stuff too that customers are able to buy. So I'm really excited that they're opening up logoed products to customers, because normally logo products are part of our business supplies and things that we can use to help market. And so, yeah, I'm really glad that they're offering that. So I hope you enjoyed the products today, wherever you are, especially if you're in Texas. Stay cool, stay inside. Make sure to check on your elderly neighbors, bring your pets inside, the whole 9 yards. Be blessed, be well. Most of all, make sure you stay crafty. So until next time, till Wednesday morning, okay, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will see y'all later, and y'all all have a great day wherever you are. All right. And happy Mother's Day to all the all the mothers that are out there. And even the single fathers. Don't forget, there's some single fathers out there, y'all, that are really making it happen, doing their thing as a single mom and a single dad. So make sure you send them a little love and shout out as well. And enjoy the rest of your day. And we will see y'all Wednesday. All right. Bye, y'all.